Assalamualaikum, my name is Wan Ashraf Fakirin bin Wan Azhari. Today I will present my pre-thesis project, which is retirement social housing. What is retirement social housing? As we know, a retirement home is a type of housing arrangement designed exclusive for seniors. Other terms include a retirement community, retirement home, senior housing, senior apartment, and housing for the other adults. Why is retirement social housing? As we know, toward mental health by celebrating and challenge for humanity to taking care for the senior citizen, such as help senior citizen with daily basic living to cure the social health issue and to train how to live and handle their daily life in other own independent living. So who is elderly? Elderly is aging can be defined as a biological, sociological, economic and chronological phenomena of the human being. Moving to the data, as Malaysia is facing a challenge in handling the population that has been increasing since Independence Day. The data report in the Malaysian Department of the Statistics show that the population of the growing city of the Malaysian is the largest concentrate, including the age of the group of the society, such as transformation would shift the population standard of the living that conduct the habit. Due to the fact the proper education, housing, working and the service are the top priority in achieving quality of life for local citizens to live in the comfortable environment. Moving to the social issue, the first one is the lack of the social interaction through the social capital for the senior citizen. As we know, fulfilling social connection need important to attain a life satisfaction over the lifespan, while social interaction is the fundamental of the human needs. The second one is the physiological of the senior citizen are affecting their journey in the performing daily tasks. As we know, the challenge is that an age Malaysia will lose the demographic dividend of labour force by participant and productivity force. The third one is the lack of the social interaction through the social capital for the senior citizen. Moving to the architecture issue, the first one is the layout design of the home is not attractive to build the elderly for lifestyle. As we know, the case study from the elderly housing in Johor was conducted and how the arrangement itself have been done. The next one is the lack of the understanding about retirement housing by constant change in the sector of the stability caused by the reaction. The home is the retirement community for many people. By that, the environment that is so necessary to develop and maintain the social relationship. The research questions are used in the study, which is by focusing the issue, program, and architecture. For the thesis statement, to propose the retirement social housing that help the development of the emotional health for the senior citizen through the space quality BD program from the architectural perspective. Moving to the social theory, they have a three, which is theory of the cognitive, theory of the society, and theory of life. It takes the huge amount of the effort to understand the elderly person action before implementing the principle of the green element design a building. Behavior is the main of the cure of the solving problem of them. In the context of the elderly that is suffering from the emotional health, which resulting in them to inserting away from the community. All of the theory have been applied to control the movement and behavior of elderly, such as theory of the social cognitive, theory in aging society, and theory of life. Architecture is a term full of the wonder that the theory that have been come with a architectural dimension bear to the clear meaning. It is a new theoretical normative concept for the theory as a new element discovery from the architectural perspective. The architectural theory applied is the one of the response to the question, as well as the social theory that have been addressed relating to the elderly situation in Malaysia. To progress the next step design process, those architectural ideas have helped directly architect that design in creating usable space that will easy the building intended user for the elderly. Moving to the design strategy, The first one is spatial planning. As we know, an elderly person have a difficult adapting himself inside the culture requiring contact the social activity. Spatial planning has become one of the methodological based on the theory of the social space, which is spatial planning in the theory providing the concept of the biophilic design to integrate the connection to nature with the user. The second one is the community participant, which is one of the strategy that delivered from the social spatial theory. In the theory, community participant is providing intergeneration design concept with the integrate the connectivity, community and the engagement of the elderly. The connection and disconnection that senior citizen is experiencing in their daily life will affecting their emotional health problem. The third one is the providing opportunity for people to connect with the nature. By space design is one of the strategy delivered from the social spatial theory. In terms of that, it providing opportunity for people to connect to the nature. The relationship of the theory space will consist an emotional health among the senior citizen by designing a space with connecting to the nature. Moving to the building program, the first one is a social program. The second one is the physical fitness development, how the program is related to create the daily life of the senior citizen. The next one is the mental health development and family community integration. And the last one is dwelling comfort. Moving to the building massing, which is the site is 2.7 acre, and with starting to create the building mass to respond the site's contact. Maximize the form that create the movement and activity each of space, and efficiency building block extrude from the parcel will be educate each program in the housing. Maximize the form that create the movement and activity each of space by intersection of pedestrian corridor that have been a strong conceptual relationship to the site contact. Each surface will occupy and activate by the lively center, and the block are stepped in relationship to the site envelope through the remain lower and the maximum height to maintain connectivity with the space activity. The program are organized around the central green space and activate the area for public engagement and create liveliness in the housing. Moving to the planning of the floor plan, a total of 9 floors. The floor plan layout is more based on the lower ground up to the third level where the residential unit begins. The program are organized based on the public and private area by provide the spread space can bring the elderly more privacy in activity. Such as for the first one is spatial planning, that how the program will resolve by connecting the pedestrian walkway through courtyard garden that bring activity the elderly following by zoning space properly. The second one is how the division create the courtyard itself to create wayfinding facilities such as bridge and ramp to connect another building. Moving to that, the next design strategy, which is create the spatial planning of the ramp design to bring the connection that easy wayfinding to elderly to moving, and related to the community participant by physical fitness development, how fitness center provide to simulate common integration as a part of the healing process to improve health outcome. And the second one is how the public social space that bring a positive relationship between the each individual level of the participant in social activity to improve the social interaction. So the space have a fitness center, resting area, public social space and workshop that related to the community participant. The next one is the community participant that related to the social space that bring positive relationship by sharing idea and problem between them. In term of that, those garden at the activity for elderly to improve their skill and also to bring better health by healing and therapy area that create a better environment to them. Moving to the housing unit, which is the design concept ideal housing design that create the movement and solid and void to between of housing unit to bring the green space that can create a sense of place, and how the ramp design can bring the connection and easy way finding to lead to moving. The housing unit share one of the common garden bridge to ramp connection. Those garden also add the connection bridge and high point to that lead to have the nice view in the forest of the central garden. The orientation of the unit from the next level are arranged different steps, which is the idea to create the green space you need to bring the lifestyle for the elderly. So the conceptual of having central courtyard would fulfill the notion, the visual connection, and create the high potential to have a nice view for the social housing.